With Denis Hobson, from Denis Hobson Promotions, obviously, and you've put big shows on before, but not in Doncaster. What's happening?
It's history in the making. That's what's happening, and it's a special event. Neil, you've known me quite a long time now, and I like to get involved in major events. We've done it the hard way. I started in a little garage when I first started boxing and stuff like that. But for me to be involved in putting shows on in Vegas and dealing with Don King's, HBO, Showtime, dealing with BBC, Sky Television, it's a dream. I've had world champions, gone all the way through with Clinton Woods, Ricky Hatton, David A. So this is what floats my boat. You know, being a first at something, you can't beat that. So to be the first in history in Doncaster, he's the first kid ever to fight for a world title from Doncaster, and obviously the first in Doncaster's history to put the event on. I'm taking a real punt at it. It's going to cost a lot of money, but it's a gamble. But the alternatives, going to Mexico. I've seen Man on Fire with Denzel Washington. I didn't fancy going to Mexico. I think I'm a bit old to be called being kidnapped. So I don't fancy it. I mean, sometimes they say, you know, some of these countries, I don't want to call anybody cheats, but sometimes they say about some of these places, you've got to knock somebody out to get a draw. Now, I didn't fancy having to try and knock the kid out just to get a draw. So we're giving Jamie as much opportunity and much chance as possible by fighting on home territory. And then, you know, if the kid's good enough, you know, he's won it fair and square, but I believe Jamie, on his night, does himself justice, will outbox this kid. And if he stops in towards the end, it's a bonus. But I think we can outbox this kid.
This is not the easy option to put this on at the Keepmoat Stadium in Doncaster, and it's obviously Jamie's hometown. Do you think this is going to be one that sparks the fire in Doncaster, people to come out and support Jamie? Well,
if this doesn't, nothing will. I mean, it's quite a big town if you think about it. I think there's 250,000 people live in and around Doncaster. And you can have football, you can have Doncaster Rovers, you can have Sheffield Wednesday, Scunthorpe, Sheffield United, Leeds, Hull. And that's where probably a lot of the Doncaster people go, who's sports fans. But there's only one kid from Doncaster ever fought for a meaningful world title. So if they don't come out for this, then they'll never come out.
Is this the kind of event that like floats your boat? Does it get you excited about boxing?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing like a big fight night, and there'll be some personalities there. I can tell you that. And I'm sure if you've got your fan cam out there, there's going to be it's going to be who's who. My daughter's singing the national anthem. She's just been on The Voice, and you know, that's a proud moment. You know, my daughter being involved in singing another national anthem where I'm promoting the event. So it's great. Obviously, the old ticker will be pumping 10 to the dozen, but it's what you dream of. It's what like you say, floats your boat, and it gives me a buzz. I like to win. I'm a winner, and I hate losing, and I do as much as I can to make sure we win. And got some good people around us, including yourselves, who's helping make this event possible and make it the event which will be memorable. And when I get involved with things like this is what I said to the people around me. What we're doing from now to the end of the event, we're making memories, and this is what we'll remember for years to come. And that's what we're doing. And it's all about today, tomorrow, and you know, 2 weeks' time, 2.5 weeks' time. May the 11th will come and go, but it'll be what an event that were. You know, the ups and downs we had to make it happen, but like we make it happen. And you know, the icing on the cake is Jamie winning in style and being the first ever world champion from Doncaster.
Is it too early to ask what would happen next if Jamie comes away with that world title belt?
That's a privileged position to be in. You know, I can go forward then. I've got a world champion, and in a division where there's obviously other world champions, and we try to clean up then. Let's unify a division, and Jamie can be in some big fights. He can break America then. He's a good-looking kid, and he can box and he can fight, so he's an attractive fighter. So, you know, for the next 2 or 3 years, it could be a dream. It could be a fantastic ride.
Talk to me about the undercard on this event, because it's got some mouth-watering fights. Lee Connolly versus Jamie Sampson, for example.
That's have they stopped eyeballing each other yet?
I'm going to say they're squaring up in front of photographers there, aren't they?
You haven't got out. Yeah, there's the heavyweights, the exciting, aren't they? You know, 2 Doncaster heavyweights, they're both undefeated, and everybody loves to see 2 big heavyweights doing battle. But yeah, Lee and Jamie, that's a special fight. That. You know, you get a lot of these fights you watch on TV, and you get the world title, and sometimes the world titles, it's a world title, but they're not as exciting what Jamie is against Julio Seja. Then you've got Stuart Hall, who's the Commonwealth champion, who's fighting the world number 5. That's a chief support. That's a fantastic chief support. Yeah. Then, like you say, you've got Jamie against Lee. You've got the 2 heavyweights. You've got You've got Lewis Taylor. You've got Jamie Sampson. You know, this quality all the way through this event, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's a great night of boxing. The only thing that happens, it goes that quickly, and it's like being on the M1. What happened next? You know, it's coming, it's gone, but. Let's savour these moments, the run up to it, and these are special times for the kids who's involved in this event as well.
And on a personal note, are you enjoying this yet, or are you still like in planning mode?
I'm still in planning mode. I probably put good fronts on, but it is a buzz. But I want to make sure first and foremost that we're winning as regards the event, that it's succeeding, all angles are covered. So the event runs smoothly, and then I can start to enjoy it. The only thing that I'll be then is just like screaming at such as Carl and the other fighters to keep their hands up and you know, do the right thing, and then let their ability take place itself. So that's the nice place to be then when I get to that bit.
You've given some of these lads a big opportunity on this bill as well, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's you know, the thing is though that these kids are capable. Now, if I won't be involved with any of these kids if I didn't think they could go on and win things, and that's what excites me. I have nothing else to prove in boxing. That might sound a little bit conceited, but I haven't. But what floats me boat again is being involved with kids who can go on and do something special. Now, the heavyweights are special. I've got you've got Lewis Taylor, who's an accountant. It's not your normal boxing, so it's a story. So that gives me a buzz. Then you've got Jamie Sampson, whose dad I know very well, Roger, who were a talented kid but never had the opportunities that I'm giving Jamie. So he's undefeated. You've got Sam Matkin, who's not on this bill because he's graduating in the next few months. He's a solicitor. So, you know, some great stories running through our camp. And for me to get involved with any type of television, there's some great stories there. And your non-boxing fans will take to these kind of people because there's a story there. It's not just red corner and blue corner fighting each other. There's stories behind it, and we're just full of reality TV on television and Sky, and there's plenty of reality TV stories there. But the great thing is they can all fight.
So finally, we've got to talk to the Doncaster people. What would you say to those Doncaster men and women and families out there that haven't bought the tickets yet?
Well, apart from be there or be square, it's just if you can't come out for this, and this is a special time in Doncaster's history, and it is history in the making. They're billing it. I know it's been billed in one of the papers as the greatest sporting event ever in Doncaster. So who wouldn't want to say that they was there? Obviously, I do, because I'm chancing a lot of money to put it on, but I'm doing it because it is a first. If it was in Sheffield, it's not a first, but we're still putting a world title on. It's the first time a kid from Doncaster is fighting for a world title, but it's actually in his hometown. And the people of Doncaster, we're bringing something to Doncaster. You know, we're in an economic situation out there. It's difficult, but this is the chance to forget about all your problems, celebrate Doncaster's son. He might never ever come along again. So let's be there and celebrate him and cheer him on to being the first ever world champion.
Massive thanks, Denis. May 11th, Keep Moat Stadium. Looking forward to this one.
So am I, pal. And we're going to have a big celebration after, I can tell you.
Brilliant. Thanks, Den.
Well done.
Cheers.